Hey, Talo for Love, kia ora, everybody. Welcome back to the Village Council podcast. Today we have a very special guest, close brother of ours, all the way from the 682 and the '09. Yes, sir. Lomez Brown, how you doing, dude?
Good on, everybody. How are you? I'm well.
What's been happening, man? Dropped the album?
Dropped the album last year, December, and just riding the wave of trying to keep promoting and pushing it and all that.
I like your waves, star.
Thank
Your
you.
waves of millions of streams, star.
Oh, man.
From millions of streams to the ocean.
Man.
The album underrated.
Yeah.
Explain that name, Moose. Like, do you feel a certain way about the game, people out here? Because we've had conversations before about, underrated. Do you feel like the game looks at you a certain way, or do you feel like you look at yourself a certain way? Do you feel a certain way?
Yeah.
Or is it something entirely different?
I think the underrated come about, I keep seeing it on my old YouTube videos, People commenting, yeah, this dude's underrated. That's the word that I keep seeing, and I understood that as, what do they? I try to understand it, like, what do they mean?
Yeah.
And for me, underrated came about just wanting to take a stab at things I thought were injustice or not right in the game, in the music, as an artist. And but as I went through the song and I started jamming it, I started realizing nobody says these things about me. Is stuff that I say to myself in my head.
Yo.
And so, underrated came about, just me versus me type of vibe.
Yeah.
That's the whole project. It's about me to my old self, kind of putting these demons to bed and just coming at it in a way where I challenge my existing music with new music, and just keep doing it that way. Mm-hmm. But then I think deeper theme, underrated, is dedicated to like everybody, whatever they're doing in life and
In general and everything?
in everything they're doing, never to underrate yourself, but to, encourage you to do what you got to do, whatever it is you're doing out there.
How would you encourage a youngster, like a little homie? Like somebody that, coming up knucklehead like we were, running around doing all kinds of stuff that they're not supposed to. How would you encourage somebody?
First is self-belief to me, understanding where you come from and knowing that that's great and special, I guess, and wherever you come from, making sure that you understand that you can keep going to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And that's because I think the biggest obstacle for me was self-belief when I was coming up, like it was such a big thing to sort of like imagine myself as an artist and the person doing music and doing things like that. So I was like, why me? Out of all people, why me? And so that was the first thing that I had to try and like overcome. And, being a Polynesian, being a Māori, and our culture is sometimes it's frowned upon to sort of put yourself out there.
Oh, big time.
Sometimes it's like, you don't want to look like a whiopoko, so you don't want to tell everyone, I'm a singer, and they're like, hey, you're not a singer.
And because you're independent too, right? You're self-managed.
Yeah.
So you gotta post all your own shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but in our culture, that's like, well, look at this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Look at this guy with his own name on the shirt.
So I guess overcoming that and being able to be like, hey, family, I'm an artist, and then them to sort of like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I guess that was the first, and then trying to move forward from that. So I guess back to your question, for a young person, you're gonna find a lot of obstacles in front of you, but it's about yourself and where you're trying to get to, how much you believe it, and running with it.
Yeah.
Regardless of things in your way, learning how to like keep going.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Luz.
That's it,
I felt like asking you that question because, man, you're doing really well, Luz.
man.
You're up, and you're still going up more. And I feel like for the young brothers and sisters, it's good to look up to people that are doing good things, especially in this era of TikTok and Instagram and all that. Be looking up at people. How do I say this? Some people are just fucking idiots, bro. And not to be an asshole or anything, but yeah, some people are saying some bad shit. So I like to push people to gravitate towards people like yourself. You sure don't want some
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What's this stuff?
This
Word up.
is
Winnie.
my cousins, my family. They created a new beverage. It's called Te Winnie Punch.
Ooh,
And
shout outs.
Shout outs to them.
Yeah, shout out to the family.
I said, yeah, got this podcast with the bro. I'll go and put it on there and get them to taste it. So yeah, I just love it because it's family and it's because it's Pali, Maori, Kuki, represents like to me more than just what they're doing, but just like achievement, eh? And I feel like any achievement is like always, I'm about it, especially from our people.
That's it, man. 100%. We behind that.
Hey.
And what
And
did you
what
think
we
of
have over
that
here?
club? We got the Club 685 vodka. Shout outs to the bro Ned and Mika who
Yeah.
actually designed and created this. What did you think of this, bro?
Oh,
I know you
yeah.
had a little smell of it.
It's
It's got a bit
it's
of a
quite
passion
nice.
fruit, little passion fruit.
yeah. I'm not a
flavor.
vodka drinker because I always go to jail. But when I drink this, it's really smooth. You know, like
badass.
yeah,
I haven't tried it, but it smells nice.
It smells
yeah,
good.
Yeah, you
It's
just
really good.
lean you like that and just it's like a tropical fruit, but delicious,
Smell
man.
like a pineapple.
Pineapple.
And I'm told Schweppes is the way to go with that, or
a little bit of
Sprite.
lemonade or on the rocks.
or just
Actually
like in
like
the
on the
islands, just
rocks.
with water and raro. Yeah.
Right up. Hey, you know, I wanted to ask something about, you know, how you were saying something about bringing back the old school, mixing of the new school. I like how you brought the CDs back. Like, tell us a little bit about inspiration behind that. I thought that was really cool because you're right. You know, not many people, you know, play CDs these days. So
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. Like, tell us a little bit about that inspiration.
Well, first off, my man right here
My man.
is still making CDs.
Right?
And he's the only artist I know who's doing that since I first met him. And the day he told me, man, I made 20K out the back of my boot back in the days or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's true, but it sounded really good.
It was like
And,
2 million.
You know, but he's still making CDs, and I thought it was a cool way of just making it a tangible thing. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a collector's item too, bro. Even if you don't have CDs over here. But in the islands, everyone still rocks CDs. So
Yeah.
for me, it's always like something to pay homage to where we come from.
Oh, I
And then
love
over
that.
here in a country like New Zealand, CDs are good for jail. So all the boys, because you know not everyone can stream in jail, but you can play original CDs. So when you print like 1,000 CDs, bro, just put 50 away and drop it off at the mailbox for the boys,
Wow.
and keep their spirits up, because people tend to forget about the brothers in lockdown.
Wow.
Word up.
You know, when we shouldn't. So that's
Yeah.
one way to look out for our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Good looking
But
out.
that was the main inspiration, just the knowing, having a bro like this fella doing it, and you know, because I'm quite a what do you call logical person, and I'm like, there's no CD players. Why should I do CDs? Waste my money. But I saw the other side of it, where it's a time to bring back something old school, something tangible to show my nephews and nieces, and be like, look, this is what we used to do. We used to get this, and we used to buzz out on the artwork, and then we used to put it in here, and then play the whole thing all the way from the number 1 to number 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
And
You-
it was a
You had one of those
experience.
Walkmans, you know, those CD Walkmans?
Discman, yeah.
But yeah, those were cool, eh?
Do you remember the first CD you ever bought?
Me.
Yeah.
I can't remember it, but I'm pretty sure it's either TLC. Oh, I remember this R&B. It's like Rhythm and Black. It's like a white cover.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and it came in like
all the
3
R&B
volumes.
songs.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
volumes. That was one of them as well. So yeah,
I had
remember
that
Puff
too.
Daddy, was that the Puff Daddy? No,
The what?
the Puff Daddy
Bro,
CD.
you better
Sorry, bro.
automatic skull for that one. Yeah, to the bottom for that one.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to take it for the
Yeah.
fams.
Well, West Coast over here, man. What you talking about?
Nah, yeah, TLC, man. For real, those CDs, man, those are classics.
Yeah.
But that's cool. So where can people find your CDs? Like,
Yeah, just jump on any of my social media platforms at the moment, and there should be some links there where you can follow, and it'll take you to where you can get one.
Yeah, just type in Lomez Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Google it, and
Exclusive,
it'll all come
exclusive.
up. All the links, all the pages.
I want to give away some too, so
oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
come
yeah.
into the shop and say the word banana, then you get a free CD. First 10 people.
We got one already. Boom, right there.
Are you born in Auckland?
Born in Auckland, yeah.
Born and raised in Auckland?
Born and raised in Auckland.
Wow.
Central Auckland, South
Central.
Auckland.
Central Auckland. Central Auckland. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like because we're about the same generation?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like Auckland has changed since like when we were kids in the 90s?
Oh, for sure. Like the world's changed, eh? Like, but changed for the better in many ways.
Yeah.
In some ways, we wish was still the same. But regardless, I think change is inevitable, eh, as they say.
I think so.
And it's about adapting and like, for example, in another life, I'm a youth worker, social worker, and I used to work in high schools in 2010, 11, 12 with young people.
Yeah.
And then I went away for a long time. And then I went and had a little taste like 2019, 20, and the kids were way different. And I was like, same looking kids, but way different mentality, way more different like obstacles they're facing in life. And so I it was those moments I learned like, shucks, the world's moving.
Yeah.
We gotta keep moving too, like, and try to find the good parts in each part, you know?
Man, I don't like technology, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like PlayStation and the phones and stuff like that. That you know, a place to chill or a place to record music on. But I feel like a lot of technology is what's killing us. Like, remember when an artist would get paid so much off each CD he sold, and now it streams. But then when you look at the Spotify and what you're getting paid, you're like, you got to make so many streams just to get $100 and then go from there.
Yeah.
So that part there, I'm just figuring it out now. And it's like, bro, I don't like it. Even like from a biblical sense, I always thought my version of Mark of the Beast would be something, you know, from technology where they put something in you and you got to scan just to buy some cornflakes or something.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened yet, but it's, you know, it might be on the way.
Mm.
I don't like technology stuff. That kind of technology. I feel like that's taken away from a lot of what we had. We were lucky to have in the 90s. We're the last generation, you know, without
We go half and
these
half.
phones. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Take a note, kids.
All right, thanks guys for listening to my story. Where's Bass at? Where's the bass at? Bass is
Bass,
like,
yo.
I'm gonna edit all of what Trey just said and shout out.
I was like, bro, you're the man, bro.
Thanks, bro. I haven't even had a sip yet, but yeah.
Because of you, we had to start halfway through the podcast.
It was all
I
his
don't even
idea
know what's
too,
happening.
Bass.
Like,
Who's
what?
Scully?
Back straight into the deep end. All right.
All
You want to know my name first? No?
What's the process that you go through as an independent, self-managed artist? Like when you have a project to release?
Oh, man. Just trying to be as proactive as I can is a challenge sometimes because you can get distracted. But I think the process is concepts, making music first, whatever I feel like, vibes. Sometimes I'll catch someone's song and I'll be like, man, I love that part in that song. I'll record it.
Yeah.
And I'll take that bit apart and I'll be like, man, let's fold it into something that I refold it into something that fits me. And then once I get that sort of body of like work that's I can work with, I start taking it to different people or producers or whatever, and then going from there.
You know how you give advice to people? Can you tell me like what's the greatest advice you've ever been given?
My dad told me one time, if you want to drink, you want to smoke, you can when you can pay for it.
Oh, that's what my dad told me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shucks, a real man supports his own addictions.
And
That's
I
what I
said
tell him.
I said, I didn't understand at the time, but I said, yeah, cool. So I went and got a job. And
Instead of
but,
drinking.
but the advice that he gave me was so simple. But today, I don't roll anywhere unless I earn something or do something. It has to come off the back of my own work.
I love that.
So that piece of advice from my dad back then has stuck with me forever. You know, like always trying to work towards something. If you want to get something, there's nothing comes for free, and gave me that mentality to sort of like drive for it
And earn it.
and earn it. Yeah, nothing comes out of nothing. Yeah,
It just tastes so much better when you know you put the work in for it
yeah.
instead of getting it hand out. Oh.
Say hello to the kids in the back.
Or sneaking out.
Man, I need to amplify that to my son, yo.
Yeah,
That's really good advice.
yeah. So don't smoke, don't vape. You can't buy it.
There you go, girls.
Don't steal your mum's vape. Or maybe just don't vape. Nah.
That's a good one. But you know how you were saying about just back to the music.
Yeah.
I love that, and you know how reggae speaks to the soul and the community. I wanted to ask, what message were you hoping to deliver in your music?
It's always usually a positive one, you know, and that's just because of who I am as a person. I love God. I'm a very, very spiritual man. And I always want to inspire or motivate or empower somebody or whoever's listening in the music, however they might feel it. But it's always a positive one, eh? So that's always a drive behind my music and the feel that I want people to have when they listen to it. Good times. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. That's what we want, eh?
Yeah, man.
I've been
love
going
that.
to church, man.
Huh?
I've been going to church now. I know I've been
Yeah,
saying for the
yeah.
last 8 years I'm going to come to
That's
church.
good, bro.
You made it today.
Finally.
You made it today.
Yeah.
Hey,
Smelled like
amen.
I smelled like a bar this morning, but come as you are, man.
That's it, man.
And yeah,
I'm glad. I'm glad you're
Beautiful.
comfortable to go in the church, eh? I remember last time we spoke, you're like, I didn't even want to go in the church.
yeah, I
'cause
might
of your
blow
old
up in
trauma,
flames,
My burn. Burn.
bro.
from your childhood
Just
trauma.
might walk in and combustion straight away. Do you think like religion or Christianity is under attack in a way within the business that we work in?
Yeah, for sure.
Like in the industry, in the media.
Mm.
I see like churches getting disrespected, and ultimately, above the church is God.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been offline for a couple of months, but before I got off, I was getting real pissed off at what a lot of people were saying and doing, and that's part of why I had to step back.
Yeah.
Because who am I, to say things without, like, I don't have sin?
Yeah.
What do you think about that stuff, Star? You think it's part of the game that we're in? You think
Yeah,
it's,
man. I mean, the world is the world, and everybody's gonna have their feelings and opinions about it, you know. And today we live in a generation that's so very self-aware of how they feel and what they want to say and what they think, and everybody's got access to the online platform, so everybody's got a million versions of different opinions coming at them all at once, and that can be real. A lot. There can be a lot. And I find like with the church stuff, because it's such a tradition, like remember when the world was controlled by religion, right? And now we've come into an era where religion's being pushed aside and the world's just led by men, right? But now it becomes under attack a lot because there are bad things that are associated with church and associated with religion. But what always grounds me is I remember that religion is a man-made thing, and it's not exactly God, but it's a version of what men think God is.
Yeah.
And if I always remember that, I go back to the source, because, I explain it like a burger. You can get McDonald's burger, you can get a
Wendy's.
You can go to Green Jade next door, get a burger.
Yeah.
It's all called a burger, but they're all different, right? It's the same as church. It's all called church, but it's all different. But it comes from the same source, and so I think it's important when when the word gets confusing around religion and what you believe, is to acknowledge those things, but try to go back to the source,
Yeah.
the
Apostasy.
purity of it, and find answers for yourself and understand it from the main source of things. Because what people's can be feeding you can be altered by whatever they've experienced and understand their version of it, their burger. This is my burger.
Man, I just want a burger
Yeah.
now. All I heard was burger, and I was like this,
And burger rings.
burger.
I don't know, man.
And I'm gonna have to come back and listen to what you just said, because all I heard was burger
Sounds
and
like
sauce. Get back to the sauce.
the sauce, man.
The sausage.
That's kind of like an apostasy, eh? Because there's so many to choose from.
An apostasy.
What's
what?
that?
It's like
Apostasy?
Bro,
it's
that's
like,
that vodka talking about. What you doing, man?
yo,
Hey,
club
still on from
vodka,
last
yo,
night?
685.
685.
No, it's like when there's so many different religion and you don't know which one to choose from because you're not sure which is the right one for you.
Yeah.
So it's like apostasy is like a darkness because you don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what's really hard right now. Not many people know which one to join,
Yeah.
So that kind of like reminds me of that.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a
I could
hard
dig
time.
that.
Yeah.
You guys notice that everyone's trying to just find a space where they can be free to be
Yeah,
themselves and
yeah.
figure out who they are. So
Word.
I can't get mad
Have
at
to
nobody. you know.
Start your own.
It helps us to be forgiving too, like with people around us, you know, understanding they got their own story,
Yeah.
their own journey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's cool for you. But, you know, I might not agree completely or like what they do, but if it doesn't hurt me, then I'm never going to be against it. I'm just going to be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know, all love for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
that's like-
you
yeah.
carry a lot of. Sorry.
No. Because I was going to say, it was like your post that you did and then you disappeared. That one that you posted up and I got involved and I was like typing away.
What was the
And
post?
then I was just a post about the church, was it DC? You did a post about something like that and how everybody were like commenting on it. And it kind of just reminded me about this conversation. Yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah,
you know,
the
don't need to judge.
LGBTQ and
Yeah,
the church
yeah.
were going at it, and I was like, what are your thoughts? And
Yeah.
people kind of, everyone gravitated towards that and
Right.
had an opinion.
Yeah, and I like how you said that. You know, I think at the end of the day, I think we've practiced empathy and understanding, because I think people lack understanding. No one wants to learn or no one wants to understand that why they do what they do or
Yeah.
who they are. And I think forgiveness is such a big one. We sometimes often oversee that, eh?
Acceptance. Just accepting those for who they are and what they do.
Right.
You
yeah.
know?
You know, with all this division going on within the culture, do you think, how do I say this? Do you think we're going to be all right to move forward as a people since we're always arguing with each other on social media?
Just do our venture and just disappear.
I do.
That's a good move. I'm going to have
I
to do
don't
that.
even have any social media on my phone. The only time I access it is on my iPad, which I'm barely on, and that's my way of filtering my mind.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, I don't like it, but on the other hand, we need it because we're artists, and that's the way the world sees us. And so I had to find a middle ground, you know,
Yeah.
because I couldn't completely shut it out because I still got this album to push and
Right.
and communicate, you know. So. But I understand that even just engaging in certain topics and conversation and politics and whatever can just be very energy sucking, you know, like it just really takes my mind and muddles it all up.
Just sucks it up.
And then
And
I
then
just go fishing like,
And so you're typing, eh? You think your fingers are like
A whole
typing
lot
away.
of sucking going on.
hey, man,
Let's get some
it's a
burgers.
PG. It's a
Hey,
PG.
slow it down on the Te Winnie up in there.
Podcast.
Who's been
gonna
sipping
have a
on
drink,
the Te
damn it.
Winnie, man? What's in there? Drink, yo? It's
Oh,
got
did
a
you
bit
have
of a
some?
punch.
No, you can have some
Are you
soon.
sipping on it?
No. I told the cousins I'll bring it on the podcast. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, yeah. Do you want to
Lemon
take
paste.
a bacon? Take a bacon.
A bake.
Can I ask a
burger.
question?
Yeah.
Are there any artists or locals or anyone international that have helped you with your music or inspired you?
And a lot. Brother right here.
Ooh,
My man.
yes.
Brother Shane right there. He's got a
My
big
man.
Shout out
song at
Shane
the moment,
Walker.
You know?
Yes,
Shane
sir.
Walker, #1 at the moment.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to Shane on the DOP today.
You know, we can't, you know, the local boys that have been around me, man, has always been a big part of what I inspires me. You know, obviously Uncle Fiji. I got a little bit of time to spend with him, like the last month
In Fiji too,
in
last
Fiji,
year.
and he was
Wow.
here for a while,
Yeah.
and so some of us and the boys were able to go and connect with him and do some music with him, and just watch this beast of a dude just go to work, and
Yeah.
it was an amazing experience, man. And yeah, so I get inspired by our people mainly, you know, just people that I can relate to and connect to, and from the same hoods and the same culture, doing it, man.
Yeah.
Just makes me like, yes, let's do it. Let's keep doing it, you know. And yeah, so I always bring it back home because I feel like we're so unique as Polynesians, as Maoris. You know, we only make up like 0.001% of the world, but look at what we do, and to me, it's just that's my empowerment. You know, like, man, if I come from that source, bruh, we own something. You know,
Man.
we already got a cheat code because we're Polynesian.
Right.
That's how I feel anyway. I'm so
Yeah.
proud.
Anyone you want to collaborate with? Just put it out there.
Probably, if you're still alive, Michael Jackson. But I don't know.
AI,
like-
bro. You know how you say AI in Samoan?
Yeah.
Ai. Shout out, right?
Man,
Yeah, we're baking.
have a bake.
Shout out to Shane Walker, who's also, what's your title? Cameraman or edit machine? Edit
Utility.
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 You.
I don't know if this podcast is big enough for 2 cookie Maoris.
Oh, yeah, you guys are both the
Two
same one.
Maoris. Two
But
Maoris.
he's a Saku, so yeah, he's all right. I like him. They
Hey,
got
so are
good
you guys
music.
from the same spots? Back home in the island?
Same.
Yeah, no.
Same islands? Which-
Different pioneers.
Oh, okay.
Different islands, yeah.
Oh.
What's your one, Rara?
Cook, yeah, Rara, I take mangaya.
Oh, I took. Oh no, I love you even more now.
Yeah.
I heard you were Rara. So, oh,
Yeah.
they're all right. They're all right.
So your cousins?
Well, family is from in Titikavika, but then our bloodlines from Aitutaki and Mangaya.
You're lucky dude, because you get a land in Rara, and we're not from Rara, so we can't get a land over there.
Oh man, I wish all my cousins still got it all.
You can get land in Samoa.
I know.
Just
Can I have some of yours?
do
Can I
a
some of
Chinese
yours?
passport.
You know the one on your Instagram with the waterfall and a mansion on the top of the mountain? Can I have that?
Sometimes, stop. Anytime you want to come over,
You ask your
stop.
dad?
Stop.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Shane, answer some questions.
There's some questions. Okay then, brother. The question I want to ask for you is where you get your inspiration of music? Because you probably don't know this, brother, but I'm about to tell you now. But bro, I'm like a massive fan. I used to watch you when I was young, and bro, and then once I was driving, like at work, I used to be a flower delivery driver, and I heard Lomez Brown, and he was in there. And when I heard a Cook Island, I was like, Then I started even listening more. Like,
yeah.
Then I started telling everybody, bro, she's a Cook Islander. See, we got the best, bro. He's the best Cook Island artist in the world.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
Hey,
Where do you get your
Hell yeah.
inspiration
I
from? I
gotta
know you
give
said
props
Catch
to
a
my
Fire.
brother DJ Pumbaa, man. He's number one to me.
Oh, man. DJ
Brother
Puma.
love for me, brother love for
Oh
me.
yeah, of course. Him, all of those boys. Yeah, but
Pumbaa's the man. The Kazi Jerome, he's the man, all right?
he's the man.
Knows
He's
how
the
to get
man.
the people in the vibe,
That's the
eh?
cuz, bro. You know.
Yeah, where'd you
But-
get the inspiration from?
Bro, I think just old school music, brother. You know, just UB40, Eddie Lovett,
Oh, I love
Bob
Eddie
Marley,
Lovett.
obviously, and all of that, and then mixed with it with Dr. Dre and the Chronic 2001,
Hell yeah.
and then
Same, yeah.
and then the Fresh Off the Boat remixes, and then you mix all of that, and that's my sound.
Was that Tickles? DJ Tickles?
Yeah, DJ Guns, Peter Guns.
Peter Guns.
So you mix all of those types
Yeah,
of music,
brother.
and that's the kind of vibe that I've created in terms of like
Yeah.
doing my own music. Like
And that's part of the
Fiji and all
reason.
that.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I resonate to your music, because you do that, but you also I think you make nostalgic, timeless memory music.
Timeless.
Yeah, like 40, 50 years, they still gotta be banging Sweet Lovers. Or
Yeah.
One with You and Reggae Chris.
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
100.
I feel like it's already like written in the sand. You know, that type of music. We just gotta take it and flavor it.
Yeah, or
To yourselves.
written in the
But the
stars.
template's already
Yeah.
been there for us from the greats, you know, like Temptations and Otis Redding and all of those people who created actual melodies from scratch, and we all sing My Girl now, you know, but that's how I understand nostalgic music is like I've already been taught it and I've just reflavored it to sound like my own version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I think that's what I guess I've always been drawn to,
Yeah.
you know, that type of music, that type of vibe,
Mm.
that sweet swaying music. Yeah,
Lovers music, eh?
lovers music.
Mm.
People helps you to feel good
And do
Yeah.
some things. Sorry. Anyway, hey, what's up, guys? You want to
Yeah.
give this a blast?
Yeah.
So this is Cousin Lom's cousin's. Is it beer
It's a punch.
in the mouth?
Yes,
5.9%.
if you drink one.
Ingredients is drink it straight away. Okay.
I have a try.
So this is my cousin's drink.
Tewini
It's called
Punch.
Tewini Punch. This is their last name, Tewini. They come from Opotiki,
Oh, that's
down
how
the
you do
line.
it.
They're
Oh, the
Tuhoi.
East Coasties.
East Coast.
Yeah.
Coasty girls.
Yeah.
They are coasty girls.
Well, this is for you, my
But they
coastie
also
Aitutakians.
hail, you know, they're half Aitutakian, so represent.
I know you Tukia, you Coasty
Babe, grab one.
Aitakians.
I don't even drink, but I'm gonna taste this just for
I
you
can
guys.
smell it.
Smell it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be honest and tell you one wrong thing about this. It tastes too nice. Fuck, just give me another one. Bro, Cookie, fuck, these are nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, it tastes like my second wife.
Oh no.
Is that what she tastes like?
Bro, these are actually nice.
Anyway, shout out to them.
Where can we buy these? Everywhere? Anywhere?
You can get
Where?
them online right now.
Oh, this is
But
like
they'll be-
underground
this
right
is
now?
like they haven't even launched it.
Oh,
at the
shit.
moment, so
Yeah. We are very blessed and privileged to be
Yeah.
they're
tasting.
locals. They also come from Greyland, and they have a dairy called
Greyland, what's
Livonia
up,
Dairy,
Greyland? GA. Where's the dairy at?
Livonia Street in Worcester Springs. So go down and buy a steak and cheese pie and say hi to my auntie and my uncle who will be there.
All right.
So the kukaras,
Livonia.
akarongo mai. Tōna inu kuko, ka number one day.
Number
This is the
one.
That's good.
You think?
Nah, I like these. Can I have another one just to have a proper...
Sure.
Just to see if...
You can have bases one.
Speaking of bass, he didn't come. No SD card.
No base. Hala base.
Yeah, only had
We had
triple
to-
today.
Do the whole podcast without bases.
Something happened though, so we'll be on Police 7
Oh.
wearing our
Was
brand.
base at Polyfest? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you know the first time I went to Polyfest was with bass,
Yeah.
and we drank, and then we went, and it's like I just moved to New Zealand,
Mm.
and we go to Polyfest, bro, and we're like 15, 16,
Yeah.
and we jumped the fence, and then as soon as we get there, he goes, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
Oh, no.
And I'm like, from the other side, man, whoa. And he goes, "Nah, man, gotta let him know what's up." I was like, "Today." Yeah.
Oh, no.
And that's how my first Polyfest went down. Anyways,
Anyway. How's that after hit?
oh, it's hitting me afterwards.
My honest opinion, I really like these. Not because the video is watching us. These are actually nice. Yeah. I'm not even trying to promo these. These are actually nice and genuine.
You don't even want 2 boxes for your next video shooting?
Nah, 10.
Yeah, boys. I'm there. I'm at your shoot stop. Let me know when you shoot.
Nah, there another one.
They're easy to drink, man.
That's the dangerous thing.
Is it vodka?
I don't know.
Bro, we
It's
don't know what
punch,
we're doing. It's not whiskey. It can't be whiskey. Can it be? Don't drink if you're hapu. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Tastes like a Waimago woman.
Man, I like it when you're on the podcast.
Hey, me or this guy?
This guy says everything that I think, but I don't say until I think it. But yeah.
Ah, it actually does. Yeah. There it
Star,
is.
what was your favorite tour, Star?
Favorite tour? Man,
Was it David tour or was it?
I can't even remember
Sorry.
the tours we were on. It's been so long, right?
Those ones that we drink on. We used to drink. We don't drink no more.
Yeah.
Just Tewini.
I think one of my favorite tours was actually our second Runtings tour. When we did the first lap, around New Zealand, and we had 5 people at our shows. And then when we did the second lap of New Zealand, we were selling out every bar.
Yeah.
That was bad, eh?
Oh wait, hold on there. So you have been to the dips and felt the feeling too, like when you only had like 5 people at your shows. Because I had this once being an opening act for Young Sid, where 5. But I don't care. I still performed like there was millions
That's
of people
it.
over there.
That's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then this year and last year,
I still
that was a
experienced
different
that.
story.
I don't think it changes, brother. I feel like, as artists, we can't expect to always be received like fully as we want to be received. We got to roll with what's real for us at the moment in time. And once we get to that place, we're just there to deliver our job, which is to give music and a performance. And I tell you, bro, before I become like who I am now, I played to like at Chipmunks 5 times.
Yeah.
At like kids' parties, I played on the footpath to like the cows in the middle of nowhere. Like,
Wow.
and you're talking like full on PA, drum kits, everything. And we've played for bucks of chicken, like, anything just to get out there and jam. And so I credit that time of my life as, development stage, because if it wasn't for that time, I wouldn't have been the artist I am now because I know what it's like to grind and do it to yourself, by yourself, and sing to yourself. And once you get past that phase where you don't care about who's out there watching, then it just becomes like,
You know what? What you're saying here is exactly what I went through too as well. Now you're 150% exactly right.
yeah.
Yeah, nah. Amen, brother. Yeah.
And
Man.
not everybody's gonna feel your music.
Yeah.
That's something I learned, and
Yeah.
that's okay. Like,
Mm.
not everybody wants cup of tea. Some people want cappuccino.
But there's always a market,
Vodka.
for anything, There's always a market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always remember this is when you jam, just jam with your heart, your passion. And if they don't know who you are, they'll still know who you are after.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know your name, they'll just remember, they go home, they go, who was that dude that jammed? That was pretty cool.
Mm.
And that's enough. That's
bro.
enough for me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way I've always been, and it's the way I've still been, but still am. Yeah.
Brother,
Yeah.
did you know you were part of the reason when I first met you when you went to go support the foundation at Waitangi or Wani Waititi, and I first met you at the farm
Right,
and over there, and I remember I was still new. I do music, but I'm just watching the big kids like you
I remember
yourself.
that.
And I asked you like for music, and you go, but I told you I like doing I'm schizophrenic. I like doing different types of genres, and you said that, bro, music is like a milkshake. You know, you're not gonna, like chocolate or something sweet or cream or
Yeah,
milk.
yeah.
You're not gonna put like a chocolate and then a fish and then and I was like, but you also told me too. There's sometimes different things that not meant to mix. They actually
They
mix.
actually mix.
She said, well, you said that, yeah. And that's what I can remember. Like, oh,
Man, I said that?
they stuck with
sucks.
me. Yeah, they stuck with me.
suck,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
Man,
I sound like I was inspiring or something.
You
Man, I'm
were
inspired right
inspiring me, brother. Of course, you were definitely inspiring. I'm just an observer, and I take care of all the knowledge
Oh,
and go
suck,
back
bro.
home and like, oh yeah,
Mm.
just try to
I
do
think
this.
I always like to relate life to food and everything edible. I think I understand that kind of language.
Yeah, it looks like you love food, same as me. I love food as well.
You don't need to say that, bro. Shucks.
Oh, I'm a big boy. I love food as well.
Son of a church.
Oh, as long as my woman loves me, I don't care how much I eat.
Yeah. But yeah, sure, bro. Thank you for that.
Nah, real inspiring, brother. And I just remember that day for working. And
I remember
heard-
that day.
I remember you going on stage saying, I'm a cook on too. For shit. Yeah.
Yeah, for me being Cook Islander, my mom's Cook Island, and I grew up here, but we didn't really grow up in the culture, But mom and nana were always around talking the language to us.
Yeah.
Not that I understand it, but it's been a journey for me to try and embrace it and grow and learn and go back home and
That's
embrace
the one,
that.
Marcus.
The more and more.
Did you any pukapokara tu taringa? Ka moto ia koe?
I don't know, man,
too
what that means,
advanced,
but I like the sound of it. But am I supposed to? What is it?
Oh, I'll slap your ears.
Mm.
You'll get a hiding.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my dad. Yeah, okay, never mind.
No, it makes me proud to know that you are Kukalanda.
Yeah.
And we are the same. We are both, I call Kukalan and Māori mix as Maoki. Yeah.
Maoki.
Yeah. MAO for Māori and UKI for the Kukalan. Maoki. Yeah. I better hurry up and register that one if somebody might steal my idea.
You're going to see it on the shirt over here.
It's already been printed, stuff. It'll be out next Tuesday.
Print it now. Print.
Print.
Because Bryce is cookie as well.
Who's that?
Bryce, our printer. Cousin
All right.
Bryce.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's OG from the West.
Shout outs to Bryce.
Yeah.
Shout out, Bryce.
Common Goods. What up, though, family?
Your family's making the monies in the next cook-up.
Yes, sir. You know, what was the indigenous name for the Cook Islands?
Tumu te varavaro.
Before Cook?
Yeah.
Before Rarotonga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rarotonga's Tumu te varavaro. Yeah.
Okay, I heard of Vaiki Nui's coming around into conversation.
I remember that name too, yeah.
Avaiki Nui, Avaiki Roa, Avaiki
Yeah.
Mama, yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
ancestral land that we all talk about.
Yeah.
Tahiti, Maoli, Hawaii Maoli,
Yeah.
Rapa Nui.
Rapa Nui,
Yeah.
Aotearoa, Rarotonga, Cook Islands, we're all Maoli, Maori, Maohi.
Or from Hawaii?
We're all we talk about Hawaii.
Speaking of that, my son's name, his name too, but for Putonga level, Sagu language, so his name's Savaiki.
Savaiki,
Yes,
my
my
favorite
son's
band,
name.
guys.
Savaiki. Yeah, the uncles. Yeah. Son's name Savaiki Nui.
There you go.
Yeah, very. I'm big. I mean, passionate about that. You know, in terms of our people. Like, you know, I grew up with Samoans and Tongans mainly as a cookie boy, Maori boy in Central, and always felt left out because there wasn't really Maoris around me. And as an older person now, I realize, but we're actually like, you know, I love when we actually unite us. You know,
Yeah.
and the more bridges we build between us, the better for all of us. Because there's a lot of Maori out there that don't know that we're Polynesians. They get offended, like my cousins, you know.
Yeah.
They were like, don't call me a Polynesian. I'm a Maori. It's like, oh, we're all Polynesian.
Which I understand, though.
But
I get it.
we try to
Yeah.
educate each other. And then it goes for the same as the islanders, you know.
So you know Polynesian, right?
Yeah.
Or Melanesian, Micronesian. These words, we never really,
Yeah.
you know, like
Agreed.
in the
Agreed.
islands.
Yeah.
But then when we come overseas, like I learned about Polynesian from the Americans.
Mm.
Like poly, bro. We poly out here. And I'm just, the only poly I knew was like Polly won a cracker or Polly was an old white lady. So I'm like,
yeah.
I know old white
Just
lady,
the
but
polythene boxes
you
for
know?
the taro.
yeah, but yeah, so it's like a French word or some shit. It come from Europe. So
Yeah.
but it's ours now, and that's the banner that we fly. And so if we're all gonna be under this banner and that's our flag, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know? But I understand that some Modi or Pacifica, they don't identify or want to even attach themselves to it, which is cool too. You know, like to each their own. I don't think my dad's ever said Polynesian.
Yeah.
Unless Polynesian Airlines was funding one of his shows,
Yeah,
then you gotta say it.
Yeah, my
But
family
other
is
than-
mainly Pacifica.
Yeah, it's
Pacifica.
like the island you're from or the tribe you're from. That's what you say.
Moana Pacifica. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Polynesia. Yeah.
Polynesia.
Yeah.
Is that Tahitian?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right,
I
actually.
love Tahiti, man, but I've never been at the airport. Just
Apparently, we're
fly
all
through there.
Tahitian, like Cook Islanders. But when you know, the colonies, like British and all that, they came about, they put a line between us and said, "Oh, now use the Cook Islands now," and
Yeah.
these are Tahiti. But
So the-
really, we're all just
Yeah.
one.
So the good looking genes stop from there. Bro, they're pretty as the French. Maururu mai tai, maururu mai tai.
The French.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Stay chilly.
shit.
Are you
You
saying
guys remember
like,
you're hosting this, right?
I know, man. I'm just like fucking up, face.
Oh,
Fucking
you're
up,
looking
face.
at me. Why does this feel like tour when you're looking at me like, hey, what do we do, Star? I'm like, brother,
I'm
this
waiting
is
for you
your
to sing.
podcast.
okay,
On tour, like I'm always like, before I get on stock, can you jump up and sing the Around Here hook and the
Yeah.
Don't You Ever?
Yeah. No, that
Man.
was fun.
You helped me a lot on that tour, bro. On all the
oh, you
tours I've
sang
done.
from Groover's part, didn't you ever?
That's because we were on tour
Oh,
together.
that's one of my favorite songs.
Bro, if
yeah.
you ever tour,
That's how I
you'll
found
be-
out
you'll
about
be
Puerto.
singing
My
the chorus.
cousins, Cook Island cousins showed me. Don't you? I'm like,
I want to say something about the tour. When I first went on tour with this guy, you know, we put up in the van and we heard from our manager, hey, you know that guy Poetic the rapper? We're like, yeah,
Poetic.
he's coming on tour with you. And we're like, ooh, he's a Bloods. He's a 685 guy. And then we didn't know the bro, you know, and so we just were like, okay, how's this gonna go? He should be all good. And I remember meeting him. He was very like, hey, what's up, boys? You know, and he brought this Crip DJ.
Yeah,
We're like, oh,
Cream Crips. What
cream,
up, boys?
cream, and like full on wearing blue. So straight out the bat, we were all confused, and they were like, hey,
This
all
blood
good.
and this Crip.
What, you think he Bloods will fuck with the Crips and these Crips fuck with the Bloods?
we had no idea.
We'll get this one.
And I remember getting in the van and we all start rolling and eventually Poetic here is sitting there and he's like, you know, just minding his own business. And I think we we're all just laughing and doing as we do as normal brothers.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this guy stands up and goes, let's go to the liquor store.
Hey, that's
Yeah, my
that to
bad.
me.
And then once we...
By Limas.
But then what happened was he runs in, he comes out with a bottle of Hennessy and then they start drinking it. I wasn't drinking it, but they start drinking it. But I just started to see the ice break with the bro.
Yeah.
And he started to become more and more comfortable with who we were. And then as we toured together and got used to being together and doing the rounds, we just developed this, you know, when you go through things together, you automatically have to bind together, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I said, our first tour, we were rolling around and there was like 5 people at each bar. Hey, stuff.
Yeah.
In the middle of Napier City where there's like Mongrel Mob hard.
Yeah.
And there's 7 guys looking at you, and you're like, "Hey guys, my name's Lomez, and I'm gonna do this music." That's what kind of seasons you, eh? But I
Yeah,
think this
bro.
was the first tour this guy was on with us, and the first taste of reggae, that reggae scene, that reggae island vibe, and then I think 5 shows in, this guy started, yo, man, what's going on? And we're like, "Hey!"
Yeah, one.
It's
On fire, on fire.
What on, rude boy?
On fire.
Yeah. If you
Big thing I go on
know,
Star.
we call each other Star, STA. And Star is not because we're all stars or superstars. Star actually comes from the word Rasta. And it's like another way of saying Uso or Cuz. You know?
And you know what? The first time I ever heard that was from you and Line Rez, and I was
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah.
Well, my star. What is this star? Yeah,
Rez Dog, love
where
you,
I
my
got
star.
the word star. Give my star. And then
So that's
then
just the
Poetic
same.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Israel too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the star.
But it catches on. Like
Catches.
all the homies, like Cream says it now all the time. All of us. I
Because
never
mine's
used,
no
you
star.
know,
Mine is you son of a bitch.
son of a biscuit.
Son of Babbitt.
Son of a bitch.
Remember that day?
You know how we say uso to the girls?
Yeah.
Can you say star to like female to female?
Yeah.
Is she married?
Hey, Shirley, how many minutes on the camera? 21. Oh, nah, all good. We got heaps of time. Sweet.
Remember that day, like the first day too, and we went down. We were driving from Mangry, the pickup point, down to H Town.
Yeah.
And then Rez is like, oh, we're going to go and, check in, say hi, say hello, and all of you guys come in. And we roll up in there, and then he goes, oh, yeah, this is Brother Lomez, Brother Israel, that's Brother Poetic, and that's Cream, and he's a Crip. And the Cream's like, oh, fucking hell, stop, come on, man. And we're in the Mungama pad. And, and then they gave us some beers, we got to hang out. But
If I was Cream, I would look at him and say, Yoza.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's Creamy's Crips. So that's why we call Cream Crips. Since
Yeah.
that day
Since
one,
that
bro.
day, bro.
Like, the
Oh.
stories.
The brother Cream from South.
DJ
Yeah,
Cream,
Cream.
Cream.
Yeah,
Ah,
Cream,
bro, that's
yeah.
the brother. Ah,
Fuck yeah.
fuck. All the
Yeah,
time
bro.
talking about him. Fuck.
Yeah,
That's
Cream
right.
Crips, man.
I was in the middle of it, like no idea what was happening. I'm like, what's going on? Why are we here?
Yeah,
I was so happy to be there because I was like, these guys got a bar, watch. And it was like the
Yeah,
baddest
yeah.
bar, bro.
But-
so
but-
shout out to all the brothers in H-Town.
Yeah.
Love you.
That's just some
Much
of the
love and
stuff
respect to
we've
you,
been through.
H-Town.
Much love to the brothers Ronnie, Reggae Chris,
Yes, sir.
Israel Star, Lion Rez,
Tupac. Biggie.
everybody that was with us. On those days, those are cool times.
Yeah.
Cool times.
Cool
man.
memories, eh?
That was my
Yeah,
first tour, bro.
Yeah.
So get this, man. I'm a rapper. My first professional tour was with these guys. And I started smoking weed again, too.
Yeah.
Because, I think on the second weekend or something,
Yeah.
we jumped in the van. And you were driving, Star. Remember you were driving?
Yeah.
Had your big-ass dreads everywhere.
Yeah.
And
That's
you were
right.
driving, and you're like, nah, I'm
just
driving.
looking at your dreads.
Yeah, me too.
I thought he smoked. Me being ignorant, thinking, nah, Style, he's a smoker. He doesn't smoke ganja.
Yeah.
So in the front, he's cool because he's got the windows that wind down. But these new vans, they don't have windows that wind down in the back. So all the styles
Right.
are in the back getting
That's
getting
right.
stony. And I'm here, I haven't smoked weed in about 6 years.
But
And I was
right.
so high, bro. I was like, fuck, give me that fucking thing.
first time I met Lomez, I thought he would have been like, oh, hey, brother. With the low voice, I heard us. And so I said, oh, good number. He's like, oh, hey, Star. Nice to meet you. What the fuck did you just say? I was like, oh, yeah, it's a calm voice. I thought he had a voice like, oh, hey, bro. Oh, nice to meet you. Like, oh, hi, my Star. Like, oh, shit.
Bro, it's one of my best brothers right here, bro.
I know, even when
Man.
Lomez is not here, I know you was talking about the bro. Like, bro, he's the voice of the angel.
Man.
You do stuff.
I,
Hey,
I got blessed with the voice of the devil. Yeah, but
Nah, you got that. You got a rasp that I want. I wish I had that rasp in my
want-
voice, but
it's
Rasp.
funny you say that, and I
Rascal.
want
it's
that
very
voice. I want the
unique,
angel one.
and I like it.
I want the angel voice, but
Nah, man. But we get what we given. You can't have it all. You just gotta roll with it and use it.
yeah.
But you're doing all right. You're doing good.
Apparently not good enough for the AMA awards, but yeah.
bro. Hey, mate, can we get in, dog?
Can we get in, please? Far.
What happened there, Star?
Is it a bit awkward that I can tell you that I made the finals?
It's not awkward.
always
You know
a
why?
favorite.
Because
There's always a
I
favorite
love
stuff.
it if I see some polish in there. If there's heaps of polish, that's what makes me proud. What I don't like though,
Yeah.
if there's 80% of heaps of palangi, papa'a or pakia, 80% in there, and nobody's even heard of them. They haven't even had 1,000 streams. Yet there's heaps of them getting nominated. They might be with Universal, they might be with Sony.
Yeah.
But yet they get nominated. For you, you deserve to be there. You are one of the poly champions, so you deserve to be there. But if I see some other people there and I don't know them without 1,000 streams, I'm gonna go online again like, oh, how did they get it? Who's Coca they sucking? No, but honest, let's
Please, can we leave that in?
truth. Yeah.
Please leave that in. Fuck yes. How do you feel about that, Lomez Brown?
Man, you know, it's a controversial subject when it comes to the music awards, because a lot of times we feel certain ways, and then a lot of times it doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the industry feels the same way. I feel like at the time, if you imagine, like one day, me and you, we decided let's do the music awards in Avondale. 20 years from now, no one knows how it got created, but we all call it the Avondale Music Awards,
True,
right?
true.
And then to be able to cipher through everybody, you create a whole set of criteria and aspects to it to be like, okay, if you guys meet these kind of guidelines, then we'll chuck you in there.
Ah.
That's how I feel like it's become. Like, it's not about that you're not dope. And I've learned this because I felt in the past that
Yeah,
I
I
was
watched that
hard done
live.
by.
I
you
watched
know?
it live and I was like, hey, you
But
didn't win. No,
I learned
really.
to understand that it doesn't necessarily mean personally I ain't doing good. It just means that a set of people or set of group of people in the industry
chose that
chose
person.
someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Anyway.
Because they hate you stuff. So
No,
fuck
hate
you
me,
guys.
bro.
And
Fuck you, so I hope get hiding here.
I'm
know?
awards. You
So,
better-
so the interpretation is you were the last one to make a decision if I was in there. You're like, oh, he's a sucker.
I was actually a judge,
Nah.
and I was like, no.
negative.
Because this
Not
song's
cool.
cooler than mine. This song's cooler than mine. So no.
Man.
Stuff this guy, man.
Can we-
You heard
can
it
we
in
just
first,
get an
TV.
invite? I just want to get an invite, bro.
I wish I had that power, brother. But you know, we on the same team, and I understand what these awards are for. To me personally, bro, like accolades and all that doesn't matter because I'ma still roll and make music, and I'ma still support my family off my music journey. But I've learned that to be able to progress within like wider communities and get your brand and your songs into the doors of other corporate entities as well, in a business sense, you know, is good to try and like, you know, connect with these communities and stuff. So that's why I always encourage, you know, as artists, hey, be yourself, do what you gotta do, but understand we're in the music business, you know,
Brother,
music business.
Did you say wider or wider? Like wider
Both.
community? Or like white people?
wider,
Or wider
like broader,
like-
broader?
oh, you mean like the okay.
I was thinking like,
Yeah.
oh,
No, like crossover. I'm talking about crossover though.
my
'Cause
brain
you-
was
you
thinking
can cater
about
to
sexual
both.
Water, but yeah.
Bisexual win?
Like
Bisexual
water.
Wednesdays.
I don't know if this podcast
Gotcha,
is
bitch.
for me.
Gotcha. Man, sorry,
I want to
Stan.
go on
playing-
Life
sorry,
FM and do the church podcast.
We've already edited out half of this shit, so we don't get stabbed by anyway. Yes, now you want to sing a song?
Nah.
What's one of your most memorable moments on tour, bro? On the Runtings. Shout out the Runtings family, baby.
I don't know, bro.
Do you remember that one tour that we I forgot the place, but they had the Airbnb with the spa pool in the back?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you remember that one? And after the show, after the show we went back to the Airbnb that's on like a farm. And
Yeah.
remember?
Say
And
that
like
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like the barn, and in the barn, like the shed, they had like a big ass party, the family that was looking after us, the host.
Yeah.
But I stayed at the ACOM, which is like 100 meters. You remember that one?
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite ACOMs because I've never seen shit like that. I think we slept in the lounge or something.
Yeah.
Israel had the room.
They had the room.
Israel, you sad guy, always had the room. Had your own bottle. Nah.
Your own bottle.
we always drink.
Demanded.
We always drink Israel's brother, anyways. So.
Yeah.
But remember that night and the show night. I'm over here. I'm playing. I think we're playing cards on the kitchen table, and then all you hear is that, dum, 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 and fucking Rez and Swiss are playing tackle, running straight in the fucking kitchen,
In the kitchen. Right.
and like
yeah.
fucking tackled him and into the fucking cupboard and
broke
broke
the
the
cupboard.
cupboard. Like,
Something I would have been
it's like 2 a.m. We're all drunk, and that's
Alright.
what's happening. I look out the window behind me, and like regular Chris is in the spa pool, like bubbles. He's like, my stuff, don't fuck up the house, stop. Fuck, I miss those days, damn it.
Yeah. They're good days.
Oh,
I kind of don't miss them, but I acknowledge them.
I miss the good times.
I have
man.
a good memory of Lomez. I want to share with you. Nothing silly or anything. Huh?
Oh, no,
Nothing
don't share it
anything. Oh wow, it's a little bit. It's a
Better
memory
be
where me and the brother, when he used to drink hardball, we were having a few drinks and we were at Chong Ni's house in Glen Eden, and
Easy.
yeah,
Easy.
still on a starstruck type of bus, but sitting there, keeping content, having a couple beers with you, and this was before you were calling your Uber to go back home, and I said, bro, you must have all the women here with your songs and stuff, and you're like, my stuff, you know, I make all the nice songs, all the lovely, beautiful songs, all this, and I still can't get a woman. Can I just find someone and get a wife, someone who just loved me for me?
Oh,
While we're
nah.
laughing and we're drinking.
Well,
It's
that
like
might
at
real
midnight.
life. Nah.
And guess what? The next time I saw you, you told me that, I saw you at the Otar at the Everest shops. Like,
Right.
oh, brother, what are you doing here? He said, oh, my partner. And that was cool. Okay, then, cool, you got a partner from Otar. I think a couple years later or something like that, I just saw a post that you got married or proposed, and I was like, the man. And I cracked it.
Oh, shut, bro. Yeah. Nah, shout outs to my wife, by the way.
Yeah, shut
Love
up,
you,
sis.
sis.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bro, best wedding ever, man.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry,
my son.
Sorry, in the middle of this guy's wedding. Fuck, sorry, star. We came up with a plan to Uber to the liquor store and get a Henny, then come back to the wedding.
Yeah.
All in the space of 15 minutes.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was-
Israel.
I-
It was
I
Israel's idea.
I wasn't shocked. to
How
be honest.
rude. I would have done
I
the
kinda
same, but
knew,
how
like-
rude.
I knew that what these guys were gonna do, so
Bro.
I was already like, yeah, sweet. I looked around there, like we're having speeches, and these guys are not there. You're like, oh yeah, I know where they are.
Sorry, star.
And the wife's like, hey, you know, we paid $100 for each seat, and they're all gone. I was like, hey, don't worry.
I came back
It's
though. You had like, there wasn't like security, but there was people that worked there.
Yeah.
And we walked by and like the auntie that was in the kitchen like, hey, hide it at least. Anyway,
Hey,
sorry, star.
it's cool. It's
Best wedding though, man.
I mean, that's why I brought people that I love and trust and been there, you know, on my journey. And I knew, you know, I told the wife, I said, man, these are all types of people, all types of line of friends, and this is what it comes with, you know. This is, and we both know, we understand it. Like, there's nothing to it, man. It's like, it actually makes the vibe. It's like, oh, where's the homies? Oh, I know where they're at.
Man, I was proud of you, dog. You're the first one out of our crew to get married. Is
Yeah.
Ragadat married?
Nah, oh yeah, he's
Married.
long time.
Long
Yeah.
time, yeah. But you're the first one that I went to the wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a question: would you say that because you now you're married now with your wife, would you say your music's dramatically changed? Because my opinion, it has, but it's changed for. I actually love it because it's more. Because I get into lyrics and
Yeah.
I feel it's more intimate. And
Yeah.
I love one of your songs. I can hear a Christian song here.
Yeah. Cover
Yeah.
me.
Is that cover?
Yeah.
Cover me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel your songs, your old ones are cool jams, a vibey party to drink with. Now these ones are more make you nostalgically
Mature.
think about. Yeah,
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
comes with the
did
age.
it start
I think,
from wifey?
Yeah, definitely. Like the music changed after that, but I think just genuinely like being married is you kind of automatically mature in a way.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know, because
Yeah.
it demands that you kind of like
You clean it up. clean it
gotta-
up.
you're
'Cause
married now,
we haven't
man,
had a
and-
5-day bender in a while, Stan.
Nah, man, you gotta.
It's probably
That
a good
was
thing
the
though.
last time, bro.
That was man, that was a good time though.
You know, but you know what I mean.
Shit.
Like it comes with the package.
I still
It's
got
like,
videos.
If you're not ready to change into marriage, then and prioritize it at first, then you're gonna struggle. So I understood that. Like once I make this commitment, it's not just a ring and a day, but it's your whole being and becoming.
And with
About
God too,
that.
bro.
But that's the whole reason why I got married was because of our journey with our spiritual journey with God. Is that under Him, you know, you become one, and you don't automatically become one. You it's the process of becoming one. And so I'm only 1 year and a bit deep, but you know, me and wifey are like rolling through it, and we're growing and we're loving it. You know, and
Brother,
we're-
you make me just want to put
Making
these away
me-
now. Hold on now. None
Pass
of
it over
that
here.
now. I'll have a cook.
the Lord said, "Drink and
With
be
Jim
merry,
Beam.
just don't be wasted." Yeah.
Do another mix?
No. I'm good.
Me too, I'm gonna have a cook now. With
We
Jim.
go KK next door, Green Jade.
Brother, this to a play on this one,
right.
But
yeah.
yeah,
Star,
yo,
what's the hardest thing you had to deal with this year, Star? as far as life, music?
Yeah, probably like last year, my old man passed away, you know, and so that was a big deal for me, like because he was a massive part of my life. You know, I was his carer, and he had dementia. So for the last 3-4 years, I was with him like every day. He's like a son. And then you know, that was a big part of my life. And then you know, we lost him last year, and it's coming up 1 year soon this month. Yeah, so I think that definitely helped to encourage the album, because it was what I learned from my dad is that, man, we only got 30 years left, bro, of life until we're at that zone where we're like just kind of chilling until we.
Because we're same age, right? We're same age.
Yeah, bro.
87, eh?
Yeah. So
same.
that's the way I started to see life, and you know, hearing my dad like say, "Oh man, I wish I did this, and I wish that, you know, I could have bought a house, or
Could have,
something
would have,
like
should
that."
have, but didn't eh?
But what I learned was, you know, to value it and be like, look, we don't know when our time's going, you don't know anything like that. So it really pushed me. Okay, bro, I've been doing no music for the last 5 years because I've just been complacent and comfortable where I've been at, and be able to push through. I need to sort of like be more productive and about it, and so all of the music process came through. Shout outs to my team, Fee Joint.
What up, boss?
Free joint.
Something like that.
Money Fee Joint, and
He's a dope.
those are
dope
my
guys.
brothers, and you know, they're a big part of the album. Like, you know, the writing from Switchy helping me to write a lot of the songs, and the boys reproducing and some of the melodies, and just the production of everything, and then
And the
learning.
team.
And the team.
there.
But we got some of the baddest musicians of New Zealand.
I'm
bro.
so happy that
Straight
that you guys are gonna produce Shane's next album and Poetic's next album, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys give that 25K deposit,
Oh,
we'll
never mind.
start talking.
If that's the case, I'll send it now. You want to know?
I'm pretty sure the boys will say no. Nah, it's jokes.
25K, yeah.
25K.
No, shout outs to New Zealand on there for helping with that one too.
New Zealand on there.
Yeah.
We can always count on you guys.
We can
Love
always
you.
count on you, so please give us more
But
money.
can you call the AMAs and just like put in the good word for the Usos?
Can you call yourself and put that?
Are they the same person?
I have no idea. Probably.
Stop. Hey,
mean,
AMAs,
surely
love
might
you
know
guys,
more.
bro. Love you guys straight away. Just kidding. Can you edit that up? No.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
No, shout out to them, man. That's the brothers. That's my team that I really vibe with, and
I
we've
will
been
say
connected from a long
with-
time.
Best
I will
bachelor
say
party,
with
bro.
featuring the music I feel with used to are just I feel like the mixing, the production, the ideas, and the mastering. I think has gone to another level because I love listening to all different aspects. So I feel like you teaming up with them was one of the best
That
things.
Sonic
Yeah,
side.
like a universe type of thing. Yeah, where I love listening to featuring. Yeah. I'm one of those low-key fans. I didn't
Yeah.
say anything, but I'm listening. I'm
No,
watching.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That's
Featuring
one of
fire,
the.
dog.
One of
I'm
the
also
things
one of
that-
those ones that hear some of the ideas and he's like, oh, I'll change the chords a little bit and I'll make my own song to it.
That's it. Yeah, no, I feel like jamming with the boys, you know, they bring a whole different aspect to the music that, you know,
They
we
are
heard
dope, man.
Quincy
featuring-
Jones, he said about Michael Jackson, he wanted to change the violin part
Yeah.
of one of the songs.
Yeah. And what happened?
And then Quincy Jones said, nah.
Nah, bro.
And then he goes, look, you're the artist, you're the most dopest dude, but we take your stuff, we amplify it.
Enhance it, eh? Yeah.
We enhance it. And that's how I see it as with me and Fijo. You know, it's understanding that when you work with people so dope, I trust them so much with my music. So I know that whatever comes out is gonna be quality, you know. So
Are they the one that produced Please Tell Me To?
yeah, that was our first song.
That's
like,
that's one of my favorite ones, yeah. That's one of my
the
favorite
bro Willie
gems.
who actually founded Featuring
I still
was
got his
actually-
jumper. Sorry. my
actually the guy who made songs with me back in then. Ain't What I'm Looking For, Can You Be Mine.
Can You Be Mine?
Back but that was when we weren't even serious about music. We were just making music in the garage.
Oh, I heard them lyrics that you kicked on that one verse.
Even though I told you my favorite song was Loving On Me.
Loving On Me,
That's my
yeah.
favorite, yeah. You can tell it's just one of those homeless neighbor. That's my favorite, yeah.
Oh, you say so? You gonna smoke that? Was it?
I don't know. Yeah. Just that verse, you know, garage band to the stereo, stereo to the siren speaker, Speaker to the great
Yeah.
gatekeeper. Before I was an
I did
Insta
that
famous.
beat,
Man, remember that?
yeah.
And I was like thinking, like, did my nigga just say siren? Like, you know, like how the kids got siren
yeah.
music? That's what you're talking about, huh?
Yeah.
So you went from garage band to, you know, the
Siren
the
speakers.
siren speakers, and then, you know, number one
Into
in
the
the whole
gatekeepers.
country. The gatekeepers, they can't keep you out the gate no more.
Man,
Star, you're number 4 on Spotify, Star, in the whole country.
no way.
Yeah, you're number 4 on Spotify, Star.
Damn.
Wait, let me check your stats. Hold on. I'll be right back after these messages.
What's up, boys? Tell mom gonna make me a bread, Modi bread, and a pull-up.
I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
Brother, the plate's over there.
Silly.
and I drank yesterday.
30 minutes almost when it cuts off.
Okay, my phone's not loading, but Star, you're up there with the. You're pretty up there, Star. Number 4 on Spotify in the whole country. I think maybe like definitely top 5, like maybe number 4, number 5 on YouTube, Star. Like up, Star.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
I had all your stats, but my phone's not loading because I watched too much
Was basically
recipe
during the-
cooking.
Oh.
Checkers, look at this one, Star.
What you got? Who's that?
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, thanks everybody for coming out tonight, making this a tremendous night.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. And you guys enjoy these Tuini drinks and
Dear Whitney, we love you. Thank you, and check this out.
Yep.
Dear Whitney cups.
yeah.
Oh,
that's
straight
the
up.
gift for Brother Shane from the family.
Those ones you put ice in the
Oh,
star, it doesn't
it
even
was
melt.
For, bass, but
It
it's not
stays
the
ice
insert.
forever.
Nah, I appreciate you very much. Far some might take you Kirsties. Far much love and much appreciated by Kukalan people. Far Hajpoga.
Well, Star, is there anything you want to say to the universe before we
Thank
go
you,
to church?
universe. Keep streaming my music, and I appreciate every time I wake up and I'm still alive, and just embrace life with all you have, and whatever you're doing out there, make sure you do it for your heart. Believe in it and believe in God, and God loves you.
Bless.
And just try your hardest to be a positive person, because when we leave this world, we don't leave with anything materialistic. We leave with the
Amen.
legacy we leave behind, and you want it to be a nice one.
Yeah.
If you care,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, that's what I live my life. If I die tomorrow, I feel like I'll be happy because I know that I've tried my best to be a good fella, and that's all I really
You're one of
wanna
our
say-
best bros.
love. You guys, love you, brother.
Love
you
you,
know,
Star.
proud of you for what you guys do, brother Shane too. You know, I'm watching, man, supporting Cook Island people too. You know, you doing it, #1 song, all over the airwaves, getting sick of those songs, you know. But that's always a good thing, brother.
Yeah.
I hate Sweet Lover.
And you know what?
Sweet Lover, I
Yeah,
hate
you're
it.
right. I'm sick of
I'm
myself.
sick of it, bro.
But for
But
a
it's
small speech, I
good
do
for
want
our-
to. Yeah.
Good for our stream and good for our money to
Good for our pockets,
free
yeah.
buy our steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah. But I do want to say, bro, to me, I class you as, for me, my personal opinion, I class you as the top one, the modern day, for all the cookie artists, yeah. Mainstream styler, yeah.
Yeah, maybe in what I do,
Yeah.
the art respects to so much Cook Island artists out there like yourself and everybody out there doing it, you know. Just really proud of all of us, even
Yeah.
the Usos. Are you a part of Cook Island too, Star?
Straight away. I love you
He's
straight
got a
away.
scooter license. Today means he's Cook
Straight
Island.
away.
You know, my
682,
also as
baby.
well.
Hey,
Yeah.
I think we're all a little bit of each.
Nah, literally.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Shane told me
Gotta be
something.
another podcast. Yeah, gotta
Shame.
be another podcast.
You remember you told me that Cookie can really drink? You remember that?
Yeah.
Not can really. It's actually #1 in the world. Yeah.
In the world, Star. In the
No,
world.
seriously, yeah. Happy drinkers too. Yeah, all
Yeah.
happy. More just cheeky buzzers, really, but yeah, more happy drinkers. Yeah.
I've learned
We
that
don't get
with
angry
you,
like
Star.
the tongue.
I've learned that with you. You're drinking with this girl too, Star. Like I can't keep up.
Yeah,
And I'm a drinker.
We're just born into it, eh?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And that concludes our podcast for this evening. Thank you
so
guys
much.
for coming out.
Thank you,
Hey,
everybody. Thank you, Bass. You're great.
love you guys.
Love you, Star.
Shout out to Shane Walker. Thank you for the lights and the cameras. And Queen Shirley Academy. Thank you so much. Girls, thank you for setting up the tables. And yeah.
go to town.
All right.
That's
Bye.
right.